Most people look at the world and see buildings, products, jobs. But if you want to understand how the world actually moves, you have to look at the invisible architecture underneath it all, the financial system. Welcome to TradingBits X. This channel is all about decoding the economy from the ground up. No noise, just signal. Most people think the economy is just a collection of prices and paychecks. They're wrong. It's a massive living network of incentive, risk, and flow. It's the engine that decides who gets to build a future and who doesn't. In this video, we aren't just talking about money. We're talking about the big picture. We're zooming out to see how banks, governments, markets, and regulators lock together to create the reality you live in. If you ever felt like the financial world is like a black box, today we're gonna open it. By the end of this video, you won't see just numbers. You'll see the structure. Before we dive into the gear of the machine, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're building a library of financial sovereignty here. And if you don't want to miss what's coming next, also smash that like button. It tells the algorithm that you're here for the signal, not the noise. The circulatory system. Think of the financial system as the circulatory system of the global body. Blood carries oxygen to where it's needed. In the economy, capital is the oxygen. The financial system is the network of veins or arteries that move that capital from people who has it, the savers, to people who can borrow it. When this system is healthy, the economy grows. When it gets clogged, we get recession. When it bursts, we get a 2008 style collapse. Its primary job is to intermediation. That's a fancy word for being the middleman. It connects a retired in Florida who wants to save money with a tech founder in Berlin who needs a loan. Without this bridge, the money sits idle and the ideas die. Banks, the credit engine. Let's talk about the first pillar. Most people think a bank is a safe with your name on it. It's not. A bank is a credit engine. When you deposit $1,000, the bank doesn't let it sit there. They keep a tiny fraction and lend the rest out. This is called fractional reserve banking. Through this process, banks literally create money in the form of credit. Credit is the fuel for the modern world. Think about it. Almost every house, every factory, and every corporation expansion is built on money that hasn't been earning yet. It's borrowed against the future. I have a video about banking creating money for the future. Click at the link above. Banks are essentially risk management. They have to decide if you or a massive corporation are good for it. If they are too stingy, the economy starves. If they are too reckless, the system overheats. Let me ask you a question. Do you view your bank as a storage unit for your cash, or do you see it as a credit machine? Drop a comment below with the word storage or machine. I want to see how you've been taught to think about your local bank. Governments, the ultimate players. Now let's look at the biggest whale in the room, the government. Government aren't just referees watching for the sideline. They are the most powerful players inside the system. They do three things that change everything. They are the ultimate borrower. By issuing bonds, government's debt, they set the risk-free rate. That's all other interest rates are based on. They are the ultimate spenders. Through their budget, they decide which sector of the economy get a massive injection of liquidity. They provide the foundation, the legal system, the currency, and the trust that allow the game to be played in the first place. When a government is stable, the financial system thrives. When a government overspends or loses the trust of the people, the currency devaluates, and the entire structure begins to shake. They aren't just managing the system, they are shaping the incentives of everyone inside of it. Markets, the information processor. Now we get to my favorite part, the markets. Don't just think of the stock market, think of the bond market, the foreign market, and commodities. A market is more than a place to buy or sell. It is a global information processing machine. Every second, millions of people are voting with their dollars. They are taking all the news, all the data, all the fear, all the greed in the world and condensing into a single number, the price. Prices are signals. If oil prices go up, the market is signaling scarcity. If a stock price drops, the market is signaling a lack of confidence in the future. This is the most democratic part of the financial system, but it's also the most volatile. It's where human psychology meets cold, hard math. Regulations, the guardrails. Finally, we have regulations. I know, it sounds boring, but without it, the financial system is a casino where the house always cheats. Regulators like the SEC or the central bank are there to ensure transparency and stability. Their job is to make sure banks aren't taking 100-to-10 leverage and that companies aren't lying about their earnings. But there's a catch. Regulation is also a double-edged sword. Too little and you get crashed. Too much and you kill innovation. The perfect financial system is a constant, shifting balancing between freedom and safety. So let's pull the lens back. Banks create credit, governments set the stage, markets process the information, and regulators keep the rails on the tracks. When you understand this, you stop looking at the financial news as a random event. You start to see how a change in a government policy affects banks' lending, which changes market prices, which trigger a regulatory response. If this big picture view helped you to see the world a little more clearly, please share this video. Financing shouldn't be a secret language for the elites. It should be the common knowledge of everyone. Now that you have the map of the system, we need to look closer at the most misunderstood part of it, the market. Most people think a market is just a store. It's actually something much deeper. It's a mechanism that defines reality through price. In the next video, we're going to break down how prices are actually formed and why most people get the buying and selling part completely wrong. Click at the end of the video. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And remember, money, markets, we're trading the future. See you in the next one.